just mean they managed to come in illegally. That just means the border wasn't as secure as you wanted it to be. Open border means I could just walk into America. Nobody could do that.
People do just walk into America, so that's a lie.
Well, hold on. If millions of people are able to walk into my house and I say, I've got an open door policy to my house, you go, that's not an open door policy. It just means people got in. I mean, come on.
Then it gets bizarre when he argues that it's not a good thing to lock the door.
As I walk around the cities of the United States, and we travel here regularly, right? And you can see that people who don't have somewhere to live, so that's why they're coming into your house. They're coming into your house because you've left the door open. And that's what was happening under the Democratic Party.
So that's not quite true. So let's look at the numbers. When Biden left office, right, in 2024, there were fewer people coming in than Donald Trump's last year. It's just a fact. So look at the numbers.
And this is where the lie occurs. You have the data right here. It's the opposite of what he has said.
The trends were down. You've got to look at trends. Clearly there was a peak. I'm not disputing it.
Okay.
In 21, 22, huge peak. I was MSNBC was coming all the time. But the point is, if it was an open border, why didn't it stay up? Why did it come
because
down?
they realized it's a problem and they were trying to deal
Then we
with it.
agree there wasn't an open border.
If the definition is we're inviting people in with absolutely no security at all, if that's an open border, then sure. But that's not what we're talking about here, and you know it.
No, there was an open border.
Okay, for 1 year, they were really bad at border security. Yes, let's concede that.
Okay.
So just 1 year, they were really bad at border security. I think it's interesting when he describes conservatives as evil geniuses who tries to break down the master plan.
You go to people's hearts, right? You get their emotional heartstrings and pull them. Republicans are masters. They appeal to our dark demons. They're like, you need to hate that person. You need to be mad at that person. They're migrant, the Mexican, the trans kid, right? It works. It's evil genius. It works.
Even though we just looked at data and we can clearly identify an objective problem that has nothing to do with vilifying someone for a narrative purpose to elicit an emotional response like you're insisting. But then he contradicts this when he claims that Biden was doing the exact same thing.
I mean, Joe Biden was not some dub on the border. Biden and Harris put together the most draconian border security legislation. I'm on the left, criticizing Biden. For the first year of their administration, they kept the same rule that Trump used on the pandemic to just keep people out. No, I'm being very serious. If you want to use your house analogy, if you opened your house door and everyone stop you, then that is an open door policy. If people come into your house in the window while you're
Then you left open.
did they leave it?
Clearly, because at the moment Donald Trump was elected, it was.
You heard it right there, according to... But then he's arguing that the window wasn't left open, as he's arguing that we shouldn't shut the window.
The fact that people at one point were not able to come in, and then they were, is evidence of a shift in policy. Is that a fair claim?
I don't know about its policy, because the Biden administration did copy a lot of Trump policies.
He can't even concede that there was a shift in policy, which is reflected by the data.
So, France, we remember how we started this conversation. Francis, actually, I think you guys were agreeing a lot, but he said the left had failings, right? And one of those failings was the failure to enforce the border. And you've just conceded that I mean, in your telling it's 1 year, I would argue it's a longer thing.
Fine.
He doesn't sound to me like someone who's interested in actually getting to the truth. It's just a game. Here's something most people don't realize. The average American family eats nearly 40 pounds of imported meat each year, and most have no idea that they're even buying it. And that matters more than people realize. Imported meat can come from countries with different safety standards, different regulations, and a lot less transparency around how the food is raised and processed. And not to mention, imported meat travels thousands of miles before it even arrives to you, usually. That's why Good Ranchers does things differently. Good Ranchers connects American families directly to local farms and ranchers, delivering 100% American meat straight to your door. No imports, no mystery sourcing, just high quality meat that you can feel confident putting on your table. I'm a subscriber, and I can genuinely say this is a product I am proud to have as a sponsor. Get the steak boxes, it's super convenient, and you get a whole box of it. Saves you money, it's cheaper than at the grocery store, and it has more flavor. Plus, Good Ranchers just announced a major update, custom boxes. Now instead of choosing a preset bundle, you can build your own box with whatever you want. Steak, chicken, bacon, it's totally up to you. The bacon's good as well. Right now, when you subscribe, you'll get to choose a free meat that will be included with every order at no additional cost. Plus, with my code Warren, you'll get $25 off your first order. That's free meat in every order for life. Get $25 off your first box with code Warren. Go to goodranchers.com today. That's goodranchers.com. American meat delivered.
My sense is there was a cultural view that immigration good, illegal immigration isn't illegal immigration, it's all asylum seeking. There is nobody who's trying to do it illegally. Everyone's trying to just find their way to a better life.
Mehdi makes it clear. Look, I wish that Democrats were leaving the window fully open, but that would contradict this argument that Democrats are actually securing the border.
I wish change in government. This is what's amusing me listening to you guys. I wish these people existed in power. They don't. Joe Biden wasn't that person. Hillary Clinton wasn't that person. Tony Blair and Gordon Brown weren't those people. Keir Starmer is not that person. Keir Starmer and Shabana Mahmood are to the right of David Cameron in many ways.
They
on this
talk
issue.
like they are.
Well, talking's bad because it has effects on the public and on our discourse.
Talking is bad because it has effects on the discourse.
So when we, I wish these people existed that you're telling me exist. Yes, there are people on the left who I know and I'm part of who did take a much more open border stance. Who did say, actually, look, these people are asylum seekers and you shouldn't demonize them all.
This isn't about demonizing them all. This is about securing the border, not leaving the window open in your metaphor.
I'm not sure I wish maybe I missed it, but I didn't see Joe Biden make the case emotionally for refugees and asylum seekers during his administration.
But I'm just a little confused here, Mehdi, because your point about pushback is true. More people want to leave countries when there's economic problems, etc. But you can't deny that policy shifts change the number of people who will come through a door depending on whether that door is ajar or open or closed.
But if the alternative policy, as Francis said, was will Trump shut the border, do I agree with that? No, that's ridiculous.
Yes, leaving the window open will affect whether or not they can come through the window, but do I agree with Francis that we should shut the window? No, that's ridiculous. I don't know what to do with this.
Do I believe in building a wall? No, we have to allow migration into this country because we need it for the economy, and we have to allow asylum seekers in this country because it's the legal thing to do. It's our obligations under multiple international conventions and U.S. law. He's blocked all of that. Would you agree that people should have a right to asylum in the U.S.?
It gets bizarre when we get into the asylum seeking conversation. What does it mean to seek asylum? Well, you're fleeing persecution or violence. Okay, then what's stopping hundreds of thousands of people in Mexico from fleeing cartels? So that means they can just come over the border.
The solution to asylum is actually very simple, which is you set up asylum processing centers near the countries where there's war and conflict and so on.
Even agrees to this. He says, I agree.
And so on.
If you agree, then why do they need to cross the border in order to seek asylum? Constantine just laid out is the opposite. That would happen before crossing the border. This guy contradicts himself every other sentence.
One of the reasons why immigration has worked for the right is because it looks like chaos. And it is chaos.
It is
but
chaos.
It's manufactured chaos. So when Biden and Harris put a bill together, not one I agreed with, but a draconian bill to really shut down asylum claims and immigration border, Republicans voted against it for political reasons.
This exposes the fact that Mehdi is just playing a game to win. He's not interested in what is actually happening.
Tarkov cheaters. Apparently, half of this video is just an interview. We're gonna watch the first half of it, okay? Of the thing about the cheating. Here we go. Let's watch this.
Hey there, buds. Some people claim that there's a cheater in every single lobby, and others declare they've never been killed by a cheater. The truth is most likely somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But how can you know? If the game developer knew, they'd ban them. And if
If the game developer knew, they'd have to spend money to ban them, and that's why they don't get banned. At least with WoW.
the game doesn't
Lost
have a
Ark.
replay system, which Escape from Tarkov does not have,
And PUBG.
how does a player know how bad it is? So I came up with a plan to answer this question once and for all.
Okay.
The plan. Number one, we will find a cheater. This should not be difficult. This is Escape from
Sure.
Tarkov we're talking about here. Number
Got it.
two, we will spectate said cheater. And we will observe their gameplay using their ESP. Number three,
Fuck 'em.
got a little overzealous.
I like
Number
that.
three, we will figure out how many cheaters there are in every Tarkov raid using the cheater's ESP knowledge.
Okay, got it.
Let's go do it. Before we get into the footage, I want to throw this disclaimer in here. And I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that If you watch this video, it will change the way you look at first-person shooters, especially games like Escape.
No, it will not for me. PUBG added in the replay feature for whenever somebody shot you, and that already happened. Whenever I saw somebody walking over a fucking hill, and then I went within a 50-meter radius of them, and then they pointed over to my character, while my character was behind a fucking hill, the second my head pops up over the hill, they go whack-a-mole, and I'm fucking dead. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, I've already had this happen, so this isn't gonna be shattering any delusions for me.
Tarkov forever.
Skyrim, but it's a modern game? What's this? Disclaimer, this game involves issues surrounding race, discrimination, and hate speech. If you're offended by any of the content in this game, please quickly...
Hey, it's me, Lydia. I need you to wake up, D.
Lydia?
You're finally woke? Wait, what?
What is this place?
Welcome to Skyrim, D.
What's this music?
Hey! This fool finally woke.
Hey.
My name's Ralph, and my pronouns are ya dig.
Give me a minute. I gotta make sure I turn this up. This is funny.
The enemy is near.
Give me a minute.
This fool finally woke. My name's Ralph, and my pronouns are ya dig. You got caught speaking hate speech, right?
Oh, no.
And that involved over there.
My soul is unshaken.
You, Mr. Far Right. I'm not speaking hate speech. I was telling the guards my name, and they misheard me. You see,
Oh,
my
his
first
name was
is
Nick?
Second name Gurr. This is all a big misunderstanding. My friend here tried to explain the situation. Got roped into this too.
Name's
Anytime.
Nick.
We all fall right now, homie.
Cool it with the microaggressions
Classic.
back there.
Not trying to kink shame or anything, but what's up with Dave Sam? Why are they gagged?
Uh-oh.
Shut your ass up, fool. This homie right here is Jaw of...
I'm prepared for this.
So stupid.
Your death is certain.
It belongs to the Cartel. Your word to you. I'm talking to the...
Sacrifice to the prophet.
Are we reclaiming that slur?
Oh, wow. 22?
Why are you so racist?
Your death is certain.
Are bringing in to take all our jobs. I'm black, so it's impossible for me to be racist.
Your sins will be punished.
Dilute black
And if
people?
this why belongs to the Dark Elves, then Skyrim belongs to the black people.
Damn.
You spoke, and I listened, and I hear you. Lots to think about there. Thank you for educating me.
Is this made
and for
by
having
Ubisoft?
such patience. This conversation has truly been a transformative experience.
Oh, wow.
Not just for me, but for all.
Wow.
Hey, what are your pronouns
listener.
anyway, homie? These are. These are.
Happy Red Guard History Month, everyone.
Red Guard.
Only Argonians can breathe underwater from Floyd of... Bro, like... Damn. The waiting game. Oh, it's watching loading screen. Is that right?
Hello, Elenwen.
I've never played Skyrim. God, the prize flag.
Diversity quotas.
Hey, that General Tuli is
God.
kind of cute. Hell yeah, homie. But he can invade my black mark any day.
Oh my god.
See that pride flag? See that pride flag? You can honor it by
This
pressing
is
F.
Elgin.
You
I
can
used
press
to be a
F?
polyamorous situationship with a gay transgender Argonian here.
Wait, a what?
I wonder if she's still selling crack to the kids on the streets. Sounds bad, I know,
Oh my
but morals
God.
are grayer than a graybeard. Except when it's racism.
True.
See that pride flag? You can honor.
So this is hell.
See that pride flag?
Go inside the house, my gender neutral officer.
D, why
My
haven't
gender
you
neutral
added
offspring?
flag yet? Do it.
No, it's okay to show you drag shows, but not this.
That headsman is kind of cute, too. After I explain
Here it
this
is.
whole misunderstanding and get off the hook, I'm gonna try flirt with him.
Uh-oh.
Show him who's the real headsman.
The
Am I
real
right?
headsman?
Good luck with that, homie. This ought to be good, except when we get beheaded and whatnot.
Beheaded?
Excuse me, I'd like to speak
This
to
is
the
a crazy
manager,
game.
please.
God.
What a good game.
Oh, we got a Karen over here.
Devote your life to
If you
Saint
get to
Finn.
the manager, you're gonna be in very big trouble.
We call your name and pronouns. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, wow. Imperial Girl
What
Boss?
is it with the Empire and they yee ass list?
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm, he, him.
You are a real one, Ulfric.
Jesus Christ, they're gonna kill us all.
Calm, D. You got this.
Ralph of Riverhead, Caesar.
Yeah, that's me.
No. I don't want to die.
I never got this far in Skyrim, by the way. At this point, I've already quit. Because I remember the beginning of the wagon ride, but I don't remember where they went to. Like, that's as far as I got.
Just breathe.
Nick of Rorikstead, Caesar.
Listen to me.
Nick?
This was a huge misunderstanding. I never said the N-word, so I'm gonna leave now.
No,
okay?
no, no,
Bye.
no, no!
Get out of there,
No,
D.
no, run.
I'm not a racist.
Kill him, kill him. Oh, so that just happened.
God.
A little closer so I can get to know you better.
Hurry,
What?
D. Use the auto walk feature to walk to the soldier.
So what's your name?
To unlock the other races, purchase the battle pass.
Skyrim Battle Pass 307 Argonian Pride Flag. Inward Pass. Complete the main quest for $100. 50% off all items for red card characters. Khajiit BDSM skin. Buy the whole game again. Instant level 100. Oh my god.
See everything you love. To unlock the other races, purchase the battle pass. To unlock the other races, purchase the battle pass.
Wait. Wow.
To unlock the other races, purchase
Look
the
at
battle.
these. Look at the names. A subversive race known for infiltrating foreign governments and manipulating populations through control of the media, blackmail, and assassinations. They also spread amorality, depravity, and degeneracy. Cyrodiil is multiculturalism done right. An authoritarian police state with cheap labor in order to poverty-stricken provinces at the expense of the indigenous civilians. All of this helps the perverted elites make marginal profits to fuel the Empire's violent expansion and war machine. A twink-type race of homosexual elves with a tree fetish. Natives of Hammerfell, Redguards are an intelligent black-skinned people with a plethora of culture and intelligence. They are famous for their musical abilities and having lots of culture. They mainly
Pass.
yeah.
To unlock the other races,
These are basically elves, but Smurfs. Who wouldn't love elves, right? Oh, another thing, they love mushrooms. Before you ask, not that kind of mushrooms.
purchase the battle pass.
Uh-oh.
To unlock the other races,
An evil race of white-skinned people who benefit from Breton privilege and love nothing more than excelling in academia and intellectual pursuits, thereby outperforming other races in these fields and destroying equality of
That's
outcome.
not the kind of
Disgusting.
freedom I'm asking. There's no saving me now. You have to. And when it's done, please.
to learn more about the silly reptilian.
He's the quartermaster of the. If you make it out, you should.
What? What? Oh.
Thank you.
Blackness? Transform? The hair? Wait, it's just all... Oh my god. This is a good game.
good, D.
Wow.
Okay,
Interesting
all
choice
right.
of name, gender, and race.
Yeah.
Girl boss, what should we do? They, them, or not the list?
Everybody's black. Why is everybody black?
Did the hate speech, so we're gonna unalive them.
No, wait, what?
Please.
I was thinking the exact same thing, girl
They're gonna
boss.
kill me?
You heard the birthing person.
The birthing person?
Sucks to be you.
Oh god. No. God damn.
So this is how it ends for me.
D,
Bro, look at this framing, dude. This is, honestly, I really think this might be a masterpiece. This really might be a masterpiece right here. Damn. It was Norse Shack so.
D, it's kind of screwed up how you haven't honored the flag yet.
Ulfric, you racist bigot. You've oppressed the Empire for too long. You South Argonian inbred natives have been racist to immigrants for the last time.
Damn.
Thanks to the Empire's maid program, I now have the right to assist
the
in
euthanasia.
your unaliving. And because you are a bigot, your unaliving is justified.
See that pride flag?
What the hell was that?
See that pride flag? You can...
Dragon ASMR.
We're not
because it's a
alone.
little too loud.
Tiago is nothing.
Purge the unclean!
What?
My resolve is unshakable! Sacrifice to the prophet!
For the love of science, let's get this over with.
Your fate is sealed.
Chop his head off, executioner.
Damn, that's different.
The experts are smiling down on me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You fueled my holy rage!
Seriously, D, I need you to honor the flag now.
I can't breathe.
Please, no! Don't drop the...
I'm so glad people are back to making videos like this again. Like, this is like, what a crazy fucking... This is absolute fucking cinema. Wow. Holy fuck, bro.
The flag now.
I can't breathe.
Please, no! Don't drop the...
Oh, trigger warning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the use of the word disable is not... Oh, wait, the guy disappeared.
Must not have heard me.
D, this is your final warning. Honor the flag or there will be consequences.
Oh, no.
Next up, me
No.
with the
No.
hair.
The Nord with the blue.
Honor the freaking flag,
Here's
D!
that triggering sound again. Did you hear that?
Uh-oh.
All I hear is a member of the patriarchy interrupting his oppressed minority superior.
Sorry, girl boss. You and your people have already been through so much. The last thing I would ever want to do is oppress you or anyone else.
This is so...
You there.
I've never
Time for your
played
beheading.
Skyrim.
Hey, D, it's your homeboy Ralph. Where's the white knight when you need him, eh? Nah, don't worry, we're gonna figure this one out. This time I'm gonna speak up real loud so the X-Man hears me. You hear me? Let's just say I'm gonna ask him a question or two. Okay, here goes. 1, 2, don't drop them!
What in astrology is that?
What? No. He's right behind me, isn't he?
It's Adolf Wynn, the straight white dragon. He's trying to kill us all because of the color of our skin.
Go to hell, Adolf Wynn!
6 million higher.
Adolf the Dragon.
I don't need no white knight!
Bro! Hates me!
Get to a safe space.
Guys, this is maybe one of the best YouTube videos I've seen in a long time. You have to give this video a like. You have to give this guy a sub. This is dude. Bro, as they're walking him up, I can't breathe. I read about it on Schindler's Scroll. Like, this is I mean, there are levels of this. Wow. Dr. Phoenix. Dr. Fixotic. I think that's the better way to say it. Holy fuck, that is good. know what's really sad? Is that this game will probably have a lot in common with the next Elder Scrolls.
I don't know what to say.
That's just the way it is. And yeah, that's it, guys. Holy fuck, that was good. Dude, this is actually amazing. Like, what a good fucking video. Holy shit, what a good fucking video. Oh my god. Make sure to give it a like. Give the guy a sub, bro. Like, this is so good. And the alternate Skyrim universe, the dragon is the hero. That's the dragon named Adolf. Thanks, BlackRock. New shout unlock, unoffended. Okay, guys, only Argonians can breathe underwater. Jesus Christ. We was Jarls and shit. Make that 601 on Schindler's Scroll. 6,000,001. Oh my god, how do I find the video? I'll link it again. I think this really deserves it. This is so funny, bro. Like, this is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Basically a condensed historical document of our time. I heard he killed 6 million high elves. God. I don't know what they told you in the College of Winterhold. Tiber Septim was a red card. It's really, honestly, these comments give me so much hope. They do. They give me so much hope, and they make me feel like,
Who's
you know
there?
what?
You
Actually,
shouldn't be here.
Things are going to be okay.
Questions suggest
Things are going to be
Did
all
you
right.
escape? We can't let... When I discovered that I'd fallen, I sought to understand the experiments from the... And I also wanted...
Chris von Holland, best known for cozying up to illegal aliens of MS-13.
We've had
got
some
demolished by Marco
success.
Rubio. What is this?
Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3. We believe that with the weirdness...
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job.
The weirdness might... In practice, we tried to die. 4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. The 1st stage is the most treacherous.
Watch the longer clip.
The last
By
2
the way,
stages are
that was
visceral.
really good.
The
Holy
left
shit, that was
brain
good.
starts to die.
Little Marco grew up? Yeah, bro.
May
Like,
the
that
prophet-
was it. And let me see if I can find a Rubio refugee policy amendment. Yeah, here it is. Here's the whole thing.
And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State. I yield that.
May I respond?
You may.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job. Based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond?
This is a fact.
Mr. Chairman?
You may. I didn't ask the
Senator,
question.
please let the Secretary...
I'd be happy to, but then I can respond to his...
He's getting mad, bro. He got him mad.
Your time's up, Senator, and lawfully used, I might add.
Well, and I have to...
He's getting so mad. This is that one loser that went over to El Salvador to talk to that illegal alien MS-13 member, right? Or at least, like, we're not sure that he's an MS-13 member. Only 2 separate judges found credible evidence that he was an MS-13 member. He was found with MS-13 members. He was found to be trafficking a bunch of people in a state that he wasn't even a citizen in or a resident in, and all of the people seemed to have the same address, and he had the tattoos of MS-13. But so, like, we're not sure that he was an MS-13 member. We're only 99% sure. Okay, guys? Yeah, we're only 99% sure. And his wife wanted to go. Yeah, well, oh yeah, and he beat his wife. I forgot about that. Just a little bit of a bonus there, right? El Salvador would have sent him back if he wasn't. Well, now he's safe. He's safe.
Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States. Period. End of story. If there was a subset of people that...
Is there a follow-up to this? I feel like this is obvious. What? How are we even thinking any other way besides this at all?
that are easier to vet, who we have a better understanding of.
I've already told you everything, I swear.
Preference, no doubt about it. There are a lot of sad stories around the world. Millions and millions of
You want to
people.
know about our failure?
Who gives a fuck, bro? We can't
Yes,
save
nothing
everybody.
It's heartbreaking. We cannot assume
We wanted a
millions of
better
people
asylum.
around the world. world.
Yeah.
No country can.
Something better than we had under Vaughn's control.
Who do you prioritize? Who do you allow in?
We really
do it all
wanted
the
to
time.
help
We do it
those
in our
people.
immigration system now under our
We
current
wanted to
laws.
improve. We wanted to get rid of him.
Primarily based on family
At least
connection
about
and
me.
not on what they're going to contribute
I'm not
to
sure about the
society
others.
from a merit standpoint. That should be changed, but that'll require statutory changes.
Yeah,
but the bottom
sure.
line is, this
A
notion
shame,
somehow
yes.
we have to
I do
accept
think
Ma-
people's
we were
families should
afraid.
be able to come over if they
We
have a
didn't know how
citizen
many.
there. It should be easier for them. I mean, I
No,
agree.
I won't make it. Besides,
wants to come to the United
they threw me
States
into a cell
is
that go.
absurd. And no
Don't.
country in the world has an immigration policy like that.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think Antarctica does, right? I mean, I'm not sure. Let's see here. There's some more of it. Oh.
Answers to the United States.
Not with birthright citizenship. Great point. And if I'm not counting that, but if you were counting that, I would completely agree with Marco.
Answer to the United
Phrase says you are entitled to entrance as a refugee if you demonstrate a well-justified fear of persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
could you
allowed.
have a different standard based upon the color of somebody's skin? Would that be acceptable?
Bro, you really trying to play these games, huh? You really trying to play these games? Oh, here we go again.
Not the one arguing that. Apparently you are, because you don't like the fact
Let me turn it up a little bit. I think it's a little bit quiet for you guys.
Persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
could you
allowed.
have
Literally not a single other MS-13 member has those tattoos. We can't pretend like they're guaranteed. Guys. I love how, like, number one, why did his girlfriend cover him up herself? Why would she cover them up? But actually, let me just real quick. Can I find this guy? No, he's gone. And anyway, yeah, why would she do that? You're not gonna gaslight people into some bullshit, bro. Like, everybody see what's going on.
Answer to the United States.
phrase says you are entitled to entrance as a refugee if you demonstrate a well-justified fear of persecution.
No, you're not entitled.
So
You're
could you
allowed.
have a different standard based upon the color of somebody's skin? Would that be acceptable?
Well, I'm not the one arguing that.
The thing is, the obvious race baiting, and you can see like the smug
Can you
look on his
hear?
face, right? How he thinks like, oh, I got you because like I'm using the race card,
Can go
and
now.
so now you have to capitulate to what I'm saying. Otherwise, you might be looked at as a racist.
I'm not the one arguing that. Apparently you are, because you don't like the fact that they're
I'm
white,
just
and that's why
asking
they're
you to
coming.
say that that would be unacceptable.
Well, no,
That
I
would
would say
seem
that the
to be
United
a
States...
very easy
The
thing
United
to
States
say.
has a right to pick and choose who they allow into the United
Even
States.
based on the color of somebody's skin.
No one's... You're the one that's talking about the color of their skin, not me. These
You're
are people whose
refusing to
farms were being
acknowledge-
burned down. They were killed because of the color of their skin.
Well,
You're not a priest. Help! There's nothing wrong with me anymore. The priest.
Oh no!
I look much better already. And if
Well, you've demonstrated enough because you think
See?
anyone should be allowed into this country for any reason because it met a certain
who has
criteria.
said that?
We are going to prioritize people that come into our country on the basis of what's in the interest of this country. That's a small number of people that are coming.
Yeah.
But
in
you
that
said
particular case.
this weekend that
But in
there
other
would be more.
cases, it's harder to vet. In other cases,
Well, it's pretty fucking simple. Like, if you could bring in a person that comes from some random country that doesn't speak your fucking language, that has no skills, no money, and nothing, they're just coming into your country to leech your resources and sit there and do nothing, then yeah, I feel like that person's gonna have a lower priority on the list than a person that speaks English, has skills, has resources, and can contribute to the society. What are we talking about? Like, it's common fucking sense. Duh.
it's more difficult. And by the way, the United States admits people every year. 1 million people come to this country every year legally. 1 million.
And
people
now
here come to this
there is
country
one
legally.
group
No
of
other
people
country
that
in the
have
world
an
is nearly as
easy
generous.
pass into this country. For the first time, this administration has said Afrikaners get an easy pass and refugee programs for the remainder of the world are shut off. You can't say to the the American public that we should apply this statute to heathen-handed white.
No, I think it should be applied in a way. No, you shouldn't be shocked. It should be applied to the national interest of the United States.
It's very obvious that people that are coming from South Africa would probably have an easier job than people coming from some other random country that is totally different. Like, for example, Poland does accept refugees from Ukraine. It should logically make sense that you accept refugees primarily from countries that are similar to your own. It's so simple. Yes, it's totally simple. Yes. Duh. It's so weird how we've reached such an inversion of sense and logic that these obvious realities need to be dictated to people as if they're in first grade. It's unreal.
Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States. Period. If there is a subset of people that are easier to vet, who we have a better understanding of who they are and what they're going to do when they come here, they're going to receive preference, no doubt about it. There are a lot of sex workers around the world, millions and millions of people around the world. It's heartbreaking. We cannot assume millions and millions of people around the world. So you have to have a process of deciding who do you prioritize, who do you allow in. We do it all the time. We do it in our immigration system now under our current laws. Unfortunately, it's primarily based on family connection and not on what they're going to contribute towards the society. From a marriage standpoint, that should be changed. That was part of the process.
This argument is so disingenuous. No, it's true. He's completely right. Bringing in people with a similar culture, a shared language, and that have established skills that can immediately contribute to the American economy, I think they should be fast-tracked. I don't care about bringing in basket cases. How is bringing in basket cases something that is in the best interest of the American public? It's not.
But the bottom line is, this notion that somehow we have to accept anyone who wants to come to the United States is absurd. And no country in the world has an immigration policy like that.
And no one is arguing that we
Here, if I find a few more of these.
And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for secretary.
This is the whole thing.
You may.
Well, first of all, your regret based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement.
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
You may. I didn't ask. Senator, please. With that, I can respond to his.
Your time's up, Senator, and we'll use that.
Who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs?
I do. Like, if like, I honestly wish that they could find,
Then
like...
why are ye Well,
I am the kind
I
of
see
guy
ye bear the marks
that
of
if it was
torture
up to
too. Me?
I would want to have this Kilmar guy totally investigated, and if they could find beyond a shadow of a doubt
Was I
that
the
this guy
one
was
doing the
involved with
torturing?
MS-13,
Both, pup.
then I would
I won't
probably
lie.
try the senator
But
with,
if you want to get out of here,
or like working with an illegal gang member.
Conquer from the Dalrieta, pup.
As I said, I am a very, very
Really?
much an Old Testament.
Now's a good
kind
time
of
for
guy.
a chat.
Like,
If
whatever,
you make
like,
it to the
basically, I
Forlorn
think
Swords,
about
you'll
what
meet the
is
tribe.
worst possible thing that you can do? Okay, we can be more
I
creative.
don't know.
What else?
You're lucky
beyond
to have
that?
someone risking their own
Wouldn't that just be nice?
with
Yeah,
great bloody difficulty. That's how. Those bastards.
It would be. Yeah, that's the right way to handle this.
There was
stuff.
mead. There were women. I was fighting with me bare
Well,
arse
you
hanging
got
out,
MS-13.
and I still managed.
Well, then we
Someone
just
must
call
have
him a
put some. No
We call
time
him
for a
retard
chin
and we
wag.
say, hey, I wish you'd work this hard for the people that voted for you, rather than the people that came to the country illegally and disrespected the laws, the country, and broke the law here.
Your remarks do not represent the view of this committee.
Well, Mr.
Secretary,
Well, I can't respond to everything he said because much of these are untrue, but I'll go through a few. First of all, I'm actually very proud.
He works harder for a wife beater than his constituents? That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Oh, ask you one on that one. Those gangs are labeled terrorists now, so now he's literally able to be called with treason. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, like.
Are you trying to
as I
escape?
said, until sitting senators and multiple government officials are
Escape?
charged with treason
I appreciate
directly.
your offer. But
I sleep.
Torture, you say? That's very interesting.
That's a slippery slope. I
I
know.
doubt that.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You'll soon this way of safe travel.
Yeah, that's the goal.
The work we've done with USAID, for example, I don't regret cutting $10 million for male circumcisions in Mozambique. I don't know how that makes us stronger and more prosperous as a nation. I don't.
We cutting their dicks off over there? Damn, why are we going over there cutting everybody's dicks off? The soft power? Damn.
They have psychosocial support service.
I raised him the
I mean, look, there's a part of me that, like, I do think that an uncircumcised penis looks like Gravemind from Halo 2. So I do think that definitely it looks better if you are circumcised, like, aesthetically. But, nah, y'all... I'm not joking. Like, I wasn't joking about this. Like, this wasn't like a, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say something funny. No, I'm just making an observation. That's all. It's just an observation.
Senator, I'd ask you to suspend. You had 7 straight minutes of
I chose to
railing on-
use my time that way, Mr.
Somebody says that's the gayest thing I've ever heard. That's not even the gayest thing I've said today.
Senator, I'd ask you to suspend. You had 7 straight minutes of
I chose to
railing on-
use my time that way, Mr. Chairman. That's my right to
Please
use my
suspend
time that way.
Secretary Rubio.
Well, I can go on. I mean, there's other things here. We spent $227,000 for Big Cat's YouTube channel from USAID. We spent $14 million for social cohesion in Mali, whatever the hell that means. So I can go on and on. I got the list here, and there's more. I didn't even bring the whole list. In the case of El Salvador, absolutely. Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with. And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear. And the data to come,
Mr. Chairman,
you went to
look,
Senator,
I'm sorry,
please,
Mr. Chairman.
Secretary
No.
Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments
Senator,
like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor. You've had
Secretary
your time.
Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court of the
Senator,
United States because
well,
he hasn't done it under oath.
Here's another point, okay? There is a division in our government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. No judge in the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to...
He's getting really mad. Now, if this guy ever did get charged with treason, it would be really funny if we sent him to El Salvador. I will say, that would be the most entertaining outcome.
Conduct foreign policy. No judge can tell me how I have to outreach to a foreign partner or what I need to say to them. And if I do reach to that foreign partner and talk to them, I have under no obligation to share that with the judiciary branch. Just like a judge cannot order me to negotiate with a foreign minister of Russia, they cannot order me to negotiate with a foreign minister or the president of El Salvador. And if I did negotiate with them, which we have responded to them, and we've told them we've had communications with the president of El Salvador, I am under no obligation under our division of powers in this country and to share with the judicial branch how I conduct the diplomacy of the United States. It would actually be counterproductive. If I started sharing with courts, or frankly, with the media, my conversations with foreign leaders and all of their details, no foreign leader would talk to me again, and we would break trust with them. So yeah. I have complied with every court order. What I won't comply with is an order to disclose what I'm saying.
And this is, again, remember what I was saying before about how, like, I think this is the reason why they crashed out on Zelensky. Is that they had some private conversation, and then I think Zelensky went and said something publicly and made something public, and like I think that's
what we're talking about with a foreign leader, because then they won't talk to me. Diplomacy doesn't work that way. I'm not going to say this, I don't deport anybody, and I don't snatch anybody. The State Department does not have officers in the street snatching everybody. What I do is revoke visas, and it's very simple. A visa is not a right; it is a privilege. People apply for student visas to come into the United States and study.
That's right.
And if you tell me that you're coming to the United States to lead campus crusades, to take over libraries, try to burn down buildings, and acts of violence, we're not going to.
Get the fuck out, bro. Get them the fuck out. This is what I voted for. This is, it's crazy that left-wing people have gotten flanked so bad that this is now a position that they have to fight against. Like, they've gotten outflanked on a degree that is actually impressive. Like, to fuck up this bad, that's amazing.
Is that what Ms. Ostorg did?
We're not going to give you
that what she did?
Do that, Mr.
Look
Secretary.
how mad he is. Just a minute, we're at 324. You see that? I think he hit his enraged face. Bro, he got enraged.
Yeah, do that, Mr. Secretary.
And every single one of these
What we
things, the
smoke,
factors are different.
Senator.
The bottom line is, if you're ever here to stir up trouble on our campuses, we will deny you a visa. And if you
Does
have
the
a
First
visa,
Amendment
we'll
apply
find you,
to
we'll revoke
the United
and
States?
we're going to do more.
It shouldn't. Absolutely fucking not.
There are more coming. I continue to revoke the visas of people who are here as guests and are disrupting higher education facilities. People are paying money. These kids pay money to go to school, and they have to walk
Writing an op-ed to the
who are here on
papers
student visas.
disrupting the
Simple
foreign
as
policy of the United
I want to
States.
do more. I hope we can
That's
find more.
pathetic.
Taking over a building is, and then supporting an organization that kills people is.
In fact, the other day, some guys led a riot. I forgot what university it was, and I asked, please, can you find the arrest records of all the people that were arrested at that riot at that campus? Because if any of them have a visa, we're going to revoke.
I feel so much.
That's right. That is dude, this is exactly, like, that's exactly what I want them to do. Just take every single person that got detained for being in a place they weren't supposed to be in. If any of them aren't supposed to be here, now they're not here anymore. Gone. Instant, one strike, you're out. That's it. Because it'll stop future bullshit? Yes. Did Trump earn your vote by now? If I could go back in time and vote for him, I absolutely would. I did not think that he was going to go this hard at all.
New York is opening another homeless shelter, and people
barricades
are
and
outraged.
blowing whistles.
Look at this.
Hundreds of local residents came out Sunday night to protest plans to build a homeless shelter next to the 25th Avenue D-train subway stop in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. It was
Looks
the
like a
latest
strip
in
mall or something.
ongoing efforts
Look at
to
this
prevent
place.
construction of the 150-bed men's facility that's
150
been slated
beds.
for this site on 86th Street at 25th Avenue. Word had spread that ground would be broken for the facility on Monday morning, and protesters tried to stop vehicles they thought were on site for construction. None of those rumors
This is what
has
people
been
voted
confirmed. This much is known, though. The protest, which about 100 officers were called onto the scene to control, is in response to the Mamdani administration stating that
Mamdani.
it intends to keep plans from
Yeah,
the Adams
that's crazy.
administration to build the men's facility.
And you know why people are furious? It's just come out that New York spends more on its homeless than its own residents earn.
A shocking report finds New York City spent more per person on homeless services last year than the city's median household income.
That's...
Whoa. Madison
insane.
Always is here.
That's not fair.
Break down the numbers and explain it. Madison.
Absolutely, Stu. So in fiscal year 2025, New York City spent $368 million on unsheltered homeless services. That is over triple what we paid in 2019. With roughly 4,505 unsheltered people, that comes out to a cost of...
That's why people are upset. In the middle of an affordability crisis, we got $80,000 per person floating around out there. But does that go to the hardworking people of this city that are struggling? Absolutely not.
To put that in perspective, the city's median household income is $81,228. So in 2019,
There
the
should be
city
no
had
homeless people with these
3,588 unsheltered people. Today, more, 4,505. Spending increases are not only outpacing population growth, but the problem is getting worse as we throw more money. The New York State Comptroller said, quote, the number of people living on the street in New York City has continued to grow, even as the city has been effective at providing shelter for the majority of the homeless population.
Have they been effective?
The escalation in spending, driven by the increase in the unsheltered population, however, warrants greater focus on where resources are going.
They're not going anywhere. Helpful, that is. This is just another scam. And while New York City spends through the roof on problems it can't seem to fix, it might only be making worse. You can say this is destroying the city in ways nobody ever thought would happen.
Joe Biden lets in millions and millions of people, and they move to blue cities all across the country. And now all of those cities are changing.
Your sins will be punished.
Into third world cities themselves, and it's been happening for the last several years. So subtly that you might not even
You'll
realize that it's
suffer
going
for
on.
your sin.
In New York City and cities all over the country, we now have bike lanes. Bike lanes in New York.
Your sins will be punished.
By illegal immigrants, many of them not here legally, and they ride all over the city in any direction they want.
The prophet
with
wants
no
you
regard for
dead.
traffic signals or traffic lights delivering food.
Yeah, no rules.
In fact, on most streets, to the other side
Your
of the street,
death is certain.
passed by multiple bike lanes that were meant for cars and trucks just to get to the other side.
We'll
of the street.
send you into the abyss.
Just across the street, bike lane right here. Parking.
Oh, that's in Midtown.
Your fate is
3
sealed.
lanes of traffic for cars and trucks and anything else in New York City.
Bus.
Your sins will be
Another
punished.
lane, which bikes go down, and then more parking. Before Democrats, this is all
Purge the unclean.
now it's for everything else. You think that might have something to do with the congestion?
Ah, yes. Congestion crisis.
The prophet wants you dead.
Use that money for who knows what.
Just this week, Zohran Mamdani proposed lowering the speed limit across one of the largest geographical cities in the country to just 20 miles an hour. In some areas, it's going to be even lower, 15 miles an hour.
15.
And if you're asking why any mayor would want to do something like that, he is doing it to speed up New York City's descent.
Oh.
If cars and trucks are going slower, out-of-control bikers, who the police do nothing about, won't get as often. 20 miles an hour, like it's the turn of the century in New York again when cars were competing
Yeah, it's dangerous
with horses.
out there, man.
And we asked some of these bikers who were out there today about where they were from. None of them were Midtown office workers out for a coffee.
But they're all ordering on Uber Eats to get their lunch, which is delivered by somebody on a bicycle. You see, that's the new economy. Those are the new jobs that are getting created in New York. While companies flee the city because of wild taxes, the other jobs that are coming in, like Uber Eats, delivery work, gig economy stuff, and that's why we have an affordability crisis in New York. People are not getting the types of work they need to afford $5,000 rents, which is why we need all the free stuff, like the free grocery stores and the $80,000 per person on the homeless, which is sad and terrible, but this is the system New York has created for itself, and they love it. Look at this. We had some tax the rich rallies over the weekend in New York.
Stay back.
Look at this. This is in the Bronx. They're going crazy for communism. They love communism.
It
Look,
should,
Bernie
although
Sanders.
I admit that the past few weeks have made... Still, thank you. It wouldn't be very gracious of me not to repay it, would...
Together.
So, you escaped this whole play from a safe. They play with powers they don't understand. It's a fool's dream.
Look, the fact that you have all of these people
Same as you,
in
I
a
guess.
room that
Wrong
are
time. I was kept with the rest at first, but when they figured out I was a picked,
people's money.
one of the priests took me to a place so I don't know what would have.
If we're gonna live in a city where the average voter thinks
Why
voting for
indeed?
someone else's money
Perhaps
is a
it's
good
a
idea,
test
and that's
of
the only way to get
patience.
ahead,
My hair
you're gonna be
tangles
in for a
mercy.
lot
I
of
hate
communism
where.
really quick, and people have no idea how fast this is gonna happen.
Perhaps we'll.
But that's what communism is. It creates an entrenched oligarchy that never goes away because you see somebody's got to be at the top to tell everybody else what to do. And it's the definition of authoritarianism because if you earn anything, it needs to be taken from you and given to somebody else. That is an attack on the working class because the working class can't build any wealth or achieve anything for itself in the future. Communism is literally the definition of every single thing people like Bernie say they're against. But the people cheer for it. They don't know what they're even thinking about. Well, let's hear this. It's gonna impact the city, all right. People are gonna have to move. I don't know if they've given America hope by electing the first communist mayor who wants socialism everywhere, but they have done something, and it's going to have an impact. It is. Look at the new homeless shelters we're getting. But just before we continue, you already know why people are moving to crypto. But there's a problem. Most crypto wallets plug into the same system everyone's running from in the first place. And that's why Rumble built Rumble Wallets. It's a self-custodial wallet that actually lives inside an ecosystem that defends free speech and financial freedom. No bank holding your balance, not even Rumble itself can touch your funds. We're talking your money, your keys, your terms. If you're already using Bitcoin and stablecoins, Rumble Wallet gives you there's direct, fast tipping support for creators right on Rumble without the creators having to wait weeks or even months for random payouts. Plus, it offers on-chain payments in Bitcoin, Tether Gold, and USAT, so you can move globally without having to ask anyone for permission. And while most wallets stop at storage, Rumble Wallet connects your money with a marketplace of ideas that will never cave to censorship. So if you're serious about sovereignty, both financial and digital, this is where to level up. Check out right here, wallet.rumble.com, or search Rumble Wallet in your app store of choice. Download it, back up your recovery phrase, and keep your money where it belongs. In your hands, Rumble Wallet is a technology provider only and not a custodial service. See the full terms at wallet.rumble.com. Now, let's get back to the video.
Soared to an all-time high last month.
Yeah, get these new numbers. The median rent in Manhattan rose to $5,000 a month in February.
Crazy.
And in Brooklyn, $4,296. That's according to a report from the Corcoran Group.
Are New York City rents really too high? $4,500 for a one-bedroom, $3,700 for a studio. We see stories all the time that say the rents in New York City are out of control. And those prices are.
Yeah.
But New York is a big city. The actual rents may surprise you. There are 2.3 million rental units in New York City. 604,000 have rents above $2,400. 554,000 have rents between $1,650 and $2,400. 578,000 have rents between $1,100 and $1,650. And 586,000 have rents below $1,100. Those extremely low rent apartments, about 250,000 of them are rent stabilized. Most of them are in older buildings that receive no government subsidy.
Well, but that's the problem. The fact that you have these rent-stabilized apartments, they're only stabilized with their rents restricted at the expense of everybody else. Listen to this interview with a rent-stabilized tenant who should be paying $5,000 a month and isn't.
Manhattan has now hit $5,000. In Brooklyn, it's nearly $4,300.
I certainly wouldn't be able to afford it. The apartment that I'm in, it's a two-bedroom apartment. And with rent stabilization, it's one price, but the apartment above me, say, is a regular market rate. you took a 5,000.
Right. So this guy, he lives in a rent-stabilized apartment. The apartment above him's $5,000 a month, but that apartment has to cost more because his has to cost less. Now, but when the building goes bankrupt and nobody can even live in any of the apartments, everyone's going to be homeless. Then we're going to need a homeless shelter.
Heart attacks at 59. I mean, that's why. Yeah. Because that's what capitalism is. And I'm sure, you know, Mom Donnie is watching this right now, as he always does, I'm sure, and saying, exactly, Bill, that's my point. Capitalism is terrible. Yeah, it's terrible, except it's still better than the reverse.
My girlfriend is Polish. She was born into communism. She lived under it for
right,
a
we
little
have people
while,
living now.
Really? She shakes her head, and she's like, they don't know what they're asking for.
They don't want to know.
They don't know what they're talking about.
They don't want to know.
And it would be so easy to find out.
They hate Trump.
It seems like it happened 1,000 years ago.
They hate Trump so much that the idea of embracing his way of looking at the world, whether that's capitalism or locking up criminals or going after America's enemies when they threaten us and they say they want to destroy us, all of that is repulsive to them, so they automatically accept the opposite. They don't want to know. They don't want to look at Venezuela and Cuba and say, gee, that doesn't look too great over there. No, these are the people that tell us Cuba's got better health care than America, for crying out loud.
It happened in our lifetimes.
She would explain to me the grocery card they got. She got a grocery card. Her family got a grocery card, and they would.
This is Poland.
Yeah.
Warsaw.
Yeah, and you were allowed. You were in your family of 4. You get X amount of milk, X amount of liters of milk per week. You get X amount of eggs per week. You get X. And then you take that card to the store, which sometimes didn't have any of the stuff on your card. Sometimes they just had we're long.
See, this is what people don't get. If you don't have incentives, you have shortages. If everything's got to be free, eventually there's nothing there because nobody has a reason to produce that thing.
On toilet paper today.
Oh, yeah.
So take some toilet paper. But come back tomorrow, and maybe we'll have what's on your list.
It doesn't work.
No.
Humans need to be incentivized by selfishness. It is nature to be selfish. Animals are selfish.
Yeah.
Watch them.
Yeah. I heard a song.
Well, hold on a second. Capitalism doesn't incentivize selfishness the way that cynics might suggest that it does. You see, if you want to be selfish in capitalism, the selfish thing that you do better benefit the lives of everyone else. If you want to get rich, let's take Bill Gates. Was he selfish in his actions to create Windows? Many people would say so, but he couldn't be selfish at their expense because Windows had to be something that at one point people loved and adored and were willing to install on their computers. Now I'm not so sure about that. But as you're about to see, New York's new socialist mayor does have a plan to protect middle-income workers and protect New Yorkers. It's just that they have to be government employees. They got to be on the right team, and if they are, that team is about to win.
Now,
look at this.
We are here, even though it is very quiet. I would just like to remind everyone that it is an active construction site, and it is a site that we are building for the few New Yorkers who can be louder than an active site, which is New York's cutest. And this fall, it is a center that will be transformed into New York City's first ever on-site childcare program for municipal
for the city employees.
This is a site that will be 100% free with the childcare that it provides. It'll provide full daycare from children as young as 6 weeks to as old as 3 years old. And on April 30th, these applications will open.
So, if you're a government employee, you're going to get on-site childcare, and they're building facilities to do that. Instead of building apartments for people that need a place to live, instead of doing things to actually help people, if you're on board with the government, if you're on that team, they are going to circle the wagons. They're going to protect you. Life is going to be good if you're a city employee. But if you want to go start a business or something, well, we're going to tax that business. We're going to take from your paycheck to provide things like this new child care facility.
For every single worker in the David Dinkins building, as well as every single DCAS employee, regardless of their location across the city. This will be managed in-house by DCAS and operated by a contracted child care provider that we will be announcing later this spring.
I wonder who that person is.
This is a building of over 1 million square feet of office space.
1 million square feet.
More than 2,000 city employees from over a dozen agencies. Now, for too many of those employees, finding affordable childcare has long been one of the greatest obstacles they faced. And we never want city workers to have to choose between a job that they love and raising their kids in the family.
This is essentially a raise for city employees. If they're gonna build childcare facilities inside government buildings with taxpayer money and just let these employees put their kids there for free, how is that not a raise? How is that not a benefit? How is that not more communism taking from everybody who lives here just to prop up the bloated socialist state that we've got? What do you think about all this? Is New York City headed in the right direction, the wrong direction? Is it heading in the wrong direction faster now? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start with ICE agents. Soldiers of the fascist regime. Reaction from the agents.
No thoughts. You guys are the soldiers of the fascist regime. Is that not what it is? Is that funny?
De Niro. There he is holding a banner alongside Attorney General Letitia James and Reverend Al Sharpton. And sadly, Robert De Niro decided to give a speech. Now, in the past, he has embarrassed himself trying to speak off the cuff, so this time he wrote a speech.
How can this happen? Look at the power of the No Kings National Uprising. Look at the power of the No Kings National Uprising. Afraid of Trump? Please. No, they should be more afraid of us.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay, let's give him another go. He is an actor. He should be able to read from a script.
Tested the constitutional limits of their power, but none have been such an existential threat to our freedoms and security. None, except Trump. He must be stopped, and he must be stopped now. Amen. And that's what No Kings is all about, because he can't do all the up things that he's doing without the collusion of Congress and the goons in his administration.
This guy is railing against democracy. Sounds a little bit insurrection-y to me. He would be dangerous if he wasn't such an unserious clown.
It's diabolical. Afraid of Trump. Please. No, they should be more afraid of us.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Because we still believe in the core American values of justice, equality, decency, and kindness.
self-awareness from that guy. What a way to destroy your legacy by showing what a delusional, hateful dimwit you are when you were once known simply as a great actor. Now, why are they marching? Because they're crazy, hysterical, and dangerously misinformed. In other words, their left is losing. And this woman is convinced that there are death camps on American soil. Seriously.
No death camp on American soil!
That's what you're saying?
No death camps on American soil!
No cats?
No death camps!
Okay, so that's why you're protesting today?
Yeah, those camps are death camps. Camps are raping them. They do what Hitler did. So they can sum it up their little tussies and smoke it.
So where are these camps?
The Florida Keys.
I was just in the Florida Keys. Didn't see any death camps. Plenty of cocktails, tourists, roosters walking around. But back to our celebs, and it's not just your A-listers joining these pathetic gatherings. The D-listers are there too. They're all part of this No Kings movement, and that includes
You took your
soap
sweet
actress
time,
and
eh?
failed Real Housewives of Beverly
I
Hills
understand.
cast member,
You have to
Eileen
admit that the Red
Davidson,
Priests are
who's been
quite
scared for the past 10 years. Well, except for the few years where Biden was in charge.
great question. Truly.
I have been feeling
But in
a little
case you
scared.
hadn't noticed, we're still within the... I'm told
Actually,
this
like the
path
last 10
leads to
years,
the
if you
beach.
get my drift, on and off. But especially right now. There's a lot of weird things going on. This war in Iran that nobody voted for, and yet here we are at war. I mean, hell, the stuff with the TSA, God bless them. Minneapolis, the killings there. Epstein files, the list is endless, and that's why it's so scary, right? It just seems like you can't see the light of day.
And the D-list celebs aren't just taking part in No Kings rallies. They're bragging about being annoying Karens, harassing ICE agents. Here is Busy Phillips explaining ICE was in her neighborhood, on her street. She was so scared.
ICE was in my neighborhood, an apartment building, on my street, and I just stood there and was annoying. As an annoying white woman. And they tried women to the front. I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you standing here waiting? I have a daughter. This was like, they weren't talking to me. They were like covered faces. They're like, ma'am. And I was like, you guys don't seem like police. I don't know what's going on. This is scary. I feel scared. The first Karen sucks to anxiety right now. Yeah.
Now it's Josh Hammer. Josh, what can you say about that? Tell me about these protests against war against the Iranian regime, against ICE, everything Trump.
Yeah, well, Rita, no one really knows. That's kind of the whole problem, isn't it? I mean, these people are just doing the whole performative outrage thing for the entire purpose of being performatively outraged. They're doing it because it's kind of cathartic for them, frankly. They really have no principles, no values. They probably have no social life, probably have no personal life, frankly. They probably have no spiritual life. They really have no life, period, because they're just a bunch of flaming, stinking losers. And this is basically their way of making them feel self-entitled and ultimately go to sleep at night thinking that they have shown it to the man. Because, as you correctly point out, I actually could not tell you. I think some of these people think they're protesting ICE. I'm sure some think they're protesting the top link of the Ayatollah Khomeini. I mean, insert your leftist cause of the day, and I guess that's essentially what it is. I mean, when it comes to ICE in particular, with this self-anointed Karen that we just saw in this utterly heinous video, ICE is just a law enforcement agency. This is something that is so easily lost in the conversation. ICE exists for literally one purpose: to enforce.
This has
been a pretty big thing that's been going on. The BBC is now pushing anti-dog propaganda.
Are we all becoming too dog-friendly? From coffee shops, restaurants, and retailers like IKEA, Zara, and John Lewis, dog-friendly spaces are becoming easy to come by. There are 13.5 million pet dogs in the UK, and 36% of households own at least one dog. But people who are allergic to dogs or friendly say that the rise of these dog-friendly spaces is sad. One woman would need 3 dogs.
If you have a fear of dogs that's so bad that you can't go outside, you should just be institutionalized. If it's so debilitating that you can't even go and leave your house, then they should just put you in a padded room or something. That way nothing bad happens to you.
And only goes out on special occasions due to the lack of dog-free zones. She's one of the many seeking support in online groups who offer advice on how to avoid them.
So people are really mad about this because they think that this is a psyop that's being pushed by them trying to normalize Islamic tradition. A lot of people that are Islamic are not fans of dogs, and I think that now we're probably going to start seeing more people that are getting angry about this. At this point, it's no longer about acceptance, it's about control.
A coffee shop owner whose brand is underpinned by the dog says that they're part of the family. What do you think?
If a foreigner doesn't want to live in a dog-loving country, I'll pay for their taxi to the airport myself. So we have Keir Starmer.
We've seen a devastating rise in Islamophobia. I've heard firsthand of women wearing hijab who are too scared to travel by public transport.
What if they're too scared to not wear the hijab?
The surge in Islamophobia is simply appalling. I do not want Britain to be a place where British Muslims are not able to be their whole selves, where they feel they must hide or tone down who they are. As leader of the Labour Party, I am indebted to the contributions of Muslim members, activists and politicians.
That's the reason why you're doing this, is that you want the votes. You want to import these people in, do what they say, then get them to vote for you as a racial or a religious bloc. That's the reason why.
Who make our party what it is today.
It's always about the votes.
I'd like to thank Muslim organisations and mosques who work tirelessly to raise awareness and shine a light on the scale of Islamophobia.
I think that the world is past the point where you can just condemn something and assign a label to it, then it automatically gets disregarded. This exploit has been overused by people like him. There is a frame of reference that people like this create where they assign a label to something and then they expect that the other person now has to remove that label. I'm so tired of it. Call it racism, call it whatever the hell you want. That's still the way that people feel. And you don't get to just disregard and ignore the way everybody feels because you think that you can assign a word to it that just automatically makes it wrong. That's not the way the world works. Come up with a better argument. refuses to define woman during House hearing. I think this has done more damage to the Democrats than anything else. I do. I know it sounds crazy, but it's something that everybody can relate to and understand. And because of that, I think that's what makes them so frustrated and mad.
You're the Teachers Union Education Party, and you've turned schools and colleges into a joke. You just lost a crazy contest to an actual crazy person.
That's a crazy photo.
You love to speak truth to power, and we always should, but you have completely lost the ability to speak truth from bullshit. The Democratic polling firm Blueprint told Democrats months ago that black voters, aka their supposedly liberal base, were more likely to find the president too liberal than too conservative. They also found that voters didn't just want Harris to distance herself from Biden. They wanted her to distance herself from what they believe the entire Democratic Party has become.
And he's right. Yeah, he's totally right.
Portlandia sketch.
By the way, this show is so fucking good. I live in Austin, and Austin is basically, it's pretty much Portland, right? I mean, we like all of the stupid things that happened in Portlandia happened in Austin too.
A bunch of privileged
like a vegan
girls
pet shop
complaining about privilege, trying to make fetch happen. What a shocker that the people who see everything through the lens of race and sex see their election loss as a result of racism and sexism.
I've been waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place?
And then re-elected him. Maybe you missed it because it wasn't on TikTok.
Damn, bro, like, I just noticed.
Oh, right, and then re-elected him. Maybe you...
Damn it, 4 years. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Can you imagine that? It's a stressful job, yeah. Damn.
Because it wasn't on TikTok.
We had Twitter.
Sexism? Hillary got 3 million more votes than Trump, which in a normal country would be called a victory.
Yeah.
It wasn't...
We have affirmative action here. It's called the Electoral College.
And you? Why are you here?
Woman from being president. It was the Electoral College.
Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding
As if
us.
they don't go to the grocery store and Starbucks and the office.
I wish I could answer.
They actually see women and
I cannot remember.
doesn't look like some
I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore.
You're just gonna see people getting along.
I
There's
just
not gonna be any problems.
am.
Like even in the
I do not
times, like, so there was
know.
this one time, like this
I
crazy
think it is some kind of
I can make
prison
after the video. I'm not gonna go and tell the whole
deep
thing.
in
But
the
like, even in times
weirdness.
where, like, crazy shit has happened,
But walk with me.
people just
Let's
usually
find
laugh
out
off
together,
and don't give a shit. Just
now
ordinary
that I'm
average
free.
people. Yeah, they're just Walmart Americans. They don't care about any of this shit. We had a black president. I heard about that. Yeah.
I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood.
Same result. Hispanic American.
Do you want to know why this happens? It's because Hispanic doesn't mean that they're
In the end, we won the war.
doesn't mean they're Hispanic.
Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Fordwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs.
Yes, exactly.
Are less okay.
Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon, we were given the chance to create great things.
He's gonna say
Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind. We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a specter to haunt us. Once again, it began to devour our home.
Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I don't feel like immigration law, but fuck your feelings. Let's get started. Yes, to not like already about
it's like them saying that the economy is really good when people still can't afford it. And a lot of the gains in the economy, like, isn't it like 90% of them are in like the top 0.1% or something like that? Like a lot of the money, yeah, the economy is better for people that are making a lot of money. Like I got like my like investment report. I made a lot of money. It was really good. Wow, that's awesome. But somebody that's working at like I don't know, Target or something like that, I don't think they're saying wow. Or if they are, it's for the opposite reason.
maybe take 1 week
Top
to
officers
ask
know
what
what they
you
are.
did wrong. The basis for Democratic campaigns has become, we're the smart people. That we know from the get-go.
Yep.
No need to look into that. We know that a priori, which is a Latin phrase the Red Hat people wouldn't have a clue about. But they don't need to. Have you seen my "In This House We Believe" lawn sign?
Oh, there's some lady that's near my house, and she has one of those signs. She took it down. Yeah, she took it down. I just thought it was funny. It was. It's something like, oh, well, we lost. Not anymore.
See, it says right on it, we believe in science.
Science
right.
is real.
Why you demanded no one even debate whether COVID could escape from one lab in one city where they were studying it. How far is that? The New York Times called it racist. Democrats have become like a royal family.
That's definitely what happened. Yeah.
So much incest has unfortunately had children who are retarded.
Oh man, this guy. I don't know. Is it me getting older? I think he's so funny. I do. He's such an asshole, and he's so funny. Retarded is bad. Guys, it never left. Okay? It's been around forever. Yeah, I know. I'm getting old. Is that it?
And the same thing can happen to ideas. They're also conceived in an atmosphere of intellectual incest. Maybe take the clothespins off your noses and actually converse with the other half of the country.
Imagine that.
Stop screaming at people to get with the program and instead make a program worth getting with.
Yeah, I think this is what happens a lot, and it's kind of what I was saying before. Like, I mean, with like people complaining about like YouTubers or like podcasts having too much power, it's that what happens is that a lot of people feel like they think that they have like such an authority to talk about this or to have an opinion that everybody needs to listen to them because they're that certain that they're right. Actually, this guy brings up a really, really good point.
So today's video is going to be an absolute doozy, a true crossover event featuring Hollywood, multiple franchises, and even some YouTubers. And this collision of parties here is going to lead to boycotts, controversies, and even some apologies as well. So this is the relevant headline for today. Project Hail Mary author nukes modern Star Trek, including Starfleet Academy, and its producer Alex Kurtzman for producing shows that are absolute garbage. Now, this headline has received overwhelming amounts of support. However, some notable soy boy YouTubers have started boycotts against Project Hail Mary, not only for the comments by its writer, but also given the fact that this set of comments was made during a stream with the Critical Drinker, which that previous YouTuber describes as a notable chud. Now, at the end of the day, there's been apologies issued. The Project Hail Mary writer has said they went too far with their comments about Starfleet Academy and its creator, Alex Kurtzman. But how did we get to this point? Well, let's begin with the most recent set of news involving Starfleet Academy,
his hunger,
is going to end with
the
its
craving for what
canceled. The second season was already in
I am the
production, so they're
price
just
paid.
finishing that off. And for anyone who's been paying attention to this show right here, this is not surprising at all. This is the modern audience slop that we've been dealing with. It is a show that was far more interested in virtue signaling, inserting a modern agenda, and owning the show than it was actually producing entertaining content
so
and
unclear.
achieving positive ratings.
I've dreamt of countless deaths
coming from the
for
shills
such
of
a
the show will do
long
anything to
time.
defend it. They're not doing anything about
It's
the creators,
time
the
to
actors.
wake.
They're not to blame. It's everyone else, including right-wingers, MAGA, anti-woke people. They're blaming everyone but the show itself.
I am
because,
Arthur
well,
Pendragon.
But that's not surprising. This show
I
appealed to the
led
modern audience,
humans
and that's
to
exactly what they got.
Avalon
And that is
shores.
demonstrated
I
by
built
this
the
petition. modern
great
audience is
halls
out
of
in full
Camelot.
force with 25,000
Thank you
signatures
for
on this
bringing
petition
me here.
to get a third season of
I
Starfleet
believe
Academy.
I
To
owe
give you
you,
an idea,
young one.
The Acolyte received around 100,000 signatures. Despite being
It
a
may
very
not seem
successful
like
and
it at
relevant
times,
franchise for
but
literally
one
decades,
always has a
Star
choice.
Trek and Starfleet
Even
Academy
if it's
only
as
produced
simple as
25,000
pushing
for
onwards
this
when
petition.
others
that
might
just shows
back
you how
down.
bad things are. Now you would
You
think this is a
brought me
learning
back.
lesson for those involved
This is
with
what
Starfleet
matters.
Academy.
And for
We
that,
did too much
I am
ham-fisted
grateful.
agenda pushing.
But now,
maybe we should
let us leave
stop
this
trying to own the
place
judge
and head
actually
to
produce
Avalon.
stuff that people enjoy.
I need to see
no,
my
no
kingdom
lessons were
again.
learned. In fact,
I
the
trust
most
you'll
recent
accompany
headline
me.
comes
Or
from
would
this
you
where
rather stay
an
in
actor
this
for the
wretched
project came
place?
out and said that they want to make the second
I
season
am
gay
not
as
sure.
F, and to go out
Yet I
in
learned to be
flames,
grateful.
promising
It seems to be a
make his
place
character
located
even
between. But
louder
why was it
and more
created?
annoying when it comes to representation.
Trust me, I remember
They are going
ages
with Own
upon
the
age,
Judge.
perhaps. But that's
They
enough
literally learn
questions for
nothing.
now.
They will
After
never learn,
years of
and this show
struggle,
is going to
I
be
must
a laughing
see the
stock once
legacy
again.
of
But
the
you know what, people like
age of
myself,
conquest.
We're not complaining. If they're going to go through with the second season, at least make it some content for us to farm, you know? But of course, more blaming is taking place, even from actors like Robert Picardo, blaming the show getting canceled on a lack
You have
of
only
advertising,
freed a
which
part
is
of me.
very rich when it comes to
not
an IP
strong
like Star
enough.
Trek. That is the
For
advertisement.
now,
Being an IP
I will have to
of Star
journey
Trek
by your
is an
side
advertisement. As long as you go out there
until
and
my
produce
strength
something
returns.
decent, it will have
I'll
some legs.
see the
But in this
world
case,
through
they cared
your
more about
eyes.
virtue signaling than producing
In return,
entertainment.
I'll
And while they're
lend
paying
you
for
what
it.
strength
So while
I have.
Picardo is blaming the show getting canceled on a lack of advertising,
You are a
Project Hail Mary
surprising
author has a
acquaintance,
different
and since
theory,
it seems
saying
that
modern
fate
Star
has
Trek,
bound
including
seeing
Starfleet
my
Academy
legacy
and
through the
producers
eyes of
are
another, a
creating
true picture of
garbage.
Avalon.
Yes.
Oh,
Plain and
what an
simple, and very
adventure
blunt.
this will be.
But he's right. I think anybody looking at this objectively realizes this author has a point. And the numbers are backing it up. Now, of course, let's pause for a second and talk about Project Hail Mary. This released about a week and a half ago. I had the pleasure of watching it. I would highly recommend it. It was a great experience and one that I think pretty much anybody can enjoy. And the numbers are really proving that. It's already grossed over 300 million globally. It's doing really, really well. And, well, they're getting a lot of favors from everyone involved, including Ryan Gosling, who told fans it's not their job to save movie theaters. Hollywood needs to make movies worth seeing, which is a very refreshing thing to hear from an actor. This has been received very well by people who are like, wow, this looks like accountability. Actors and people involved in these movies saying, we need to produce something good to fill up theaters. It's not our job to save theaters. We just need to make movies worth, seeing in the first place. And he's absolutely right. Now let's focus on Andy Weir, who is the writer of Project Hail Mary. And, well, he definitely has a chip on his shoulder when it comes to Star Trek. Apparently, he pitched a Star Trek show to Paramount. And he was there with the showrunners and spent a lot of time talking with executive producer Alex Kurtzman. But, well, it didn't really work out. And his pitch was not accepted, and his attitude was, well, F him. Now, this comment would get a lot of controversy, especially given the fact that related comments were shared in a collaboration with The Critical Drinker, who has really gone mainstream because of this collaboration. And during it, the Project Hail Mary author said that the modern Star Trek shows, including Starfleet Academy and its producer, are garbage. And, well, that received overwhelming support for the honesty and for, well, speaking what a lot of people think is the truth. And if you look at these things objectively, yeah, he's right. And a lot of people in Hollywood are afraid to make any statements like this, but he is stating the obvious. Modern Star Trek, including Starfleet Academy, is garbage, and the ratings back that up. But some people are not happy about this, including Matt Jarbo, who, as I learned more about, seems to be more and more of a lolcow that has been farming for quite some time. But he had a lot to say, saying, I cannot in good conscience support Project Hail Mary after Andy Weir went on a stream with noted Chud critical drinker. For years, this man has tried to destroy everything that you guys stand for, and to give him a pass like that is a bridge too far. Holy soy. The soy levels are off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. This guy unironically called Critical Drinker a noted chud. That is crazy work. On top of that, he's trying to say that Critical Drinker is responsible for destroying everything these people stand for. I mean, I'm glad you speak on behalf of all these people in the industry, but Matt Jarbo here would go on to explain his comments, and they're just as bad as it looks right here.
What I'm going to say is going to definitely not win me any friends, and I don't really care about that at this particular point in time, but I have to talk to you guys about Project Hail Mary and, well, my reasoning for not going to see it in theaters and my reasoning for telling you to not also go and see it in theaters. And if you have gone and seen it, don't go see it again. Okay. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Matt, what the hell? Why are you talking about this? This movie is amazing. I've heard nothing. How could it possibly be something worth boycotting and not seeing in the best possible screen available? And that, of course, has everything to do with this. So Andy Weir, the writer of the book as well as The Martian, went on a podcast with Will Gilligan, aka the Critical Drinker,
It's truly fascinating that people like Matt Jarbo will just voluntarily share these awful opinions for people like myself to content. It's really that simple. I mean, this is an insane effort to start a boycott against Project Hail Mary because Andy Weir went on a stream with noted chud critical drinker. Like, it is absolutely one of the funniest things I have seen. But looking at this tweet, it's got to be a humiliation fetish at this point. I mean, look at this. 325,000 views of this tweet, 100 likes, and over 1,200 replies. Over 12 times as many replies as likes, and all of them are dunking on this guy. Here's just a few, right? Is this a parody post? Are you being serious right now? Are you using chud unironically? Someone tell me this is a meme. I don't know who this guy is. Posted 20 hours ago, only has 11 likes with 19,000 followers. I don't think any more needs to be said. Matt Jarbo is a little bean. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. They are bodying you in the comments and you deserve it. They live rent-free in your head, don't they? How will they ever recover from this? The Rock of Shame doesn't need likes. The Rock of Shame just sits here to tell you that it is smarter than you. And this last one right here, didn't know who you are, so I had to ask Grok who you are and why I should care about your opinion. You're gonna need to DoorDash some cream for this burn, where Grok, an AI system, literally says you probably shouldn't when asked whether or not you should care about this guy's opinion. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But this guy is also someone who quoted this: Star Trek is more full of social justice and progressive politics than a lot of other sci-fi. It chooses to have a world where money isn't an issue, where religion is something that is not important, and people actually work for the betterment of each other. And this post asks, does he know what he's talking about? Well, people in the chat, does Matt Jarbo know what he's talking about here? Whether you're a Star Trek fan or not, please comment below if this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to Star Trek. But of course, some more trouble was a brewing here. There's another angle to all this. where the author Don Winslow hit back at Project Hail Mary's author Andy Weir, saying this: "Congrats on the success of Project Hail Mary and The Martian. I'm a real fan. But when you have your moment, don't use it to crap on other writers' work." I disagree. I think this should happen more often. I think anyone involved with Starfleet Academy should be shamed. I think they should be put on blast for fumbling an IP like that because they thought it was more important to virtue signal and to own the chud, so to speak, than it was to not only respect the IP, but to make something entertaining out of it. They completely dropped the ball. But we got sort of a bad twist where Andy Weir has apologized to Alex Kurtzman over these Star Trek remarks, basically saying it came off as more mean-spirited than he had hoped, which, again, I disagree with apologizing here. I think he did nothing wrong, and I think he was speaking on behalf of probably any sane person looking at the situation, and I think this sort of interaction that he started should be a more common one. We should not have to coddle these people driving IPs into the ground because they care more about the modern agenda or their own personal politics. But of course, we see Nerdrotic here quoting the related post, saying, "You guys talk crap about each other all the time. More of it needs to be made public. Bring shame back to Hollywood. Starfleet Academy should be embarrassing for all involved, from the Paramount management down to the catering." A live stream of a Spock action figure was watched by more live concurrent viewers than Starfleet Academy's premiere on YouTube. No one who worked on this show should be allowed to write and produce a grocery list. And I cannot disagree with anything that was said here. That is how bad Starfleet Academy was, and we should not be, again, coddling these people who produced absolute slop. This was a very great headline. It has a little asterisk next to it now because he has apologized, but he was not wrong. Andy Weir was not wrong for making these comments. I think they're very agreeable on their face to begin with, and I think that this is a pattern of behavior and accountability that should be more active. We should not be pretending that something like Starfleet Academy is a respectable show. Anybody involved should be accountable. And if they want to blame right-wingers or a lack of advertising, they should be shamed even further. And I can't wait for the second season to come out where there will be more attention from people making fun of it than positive attention towards the show. They've made that very clear. The actors have made that very clear. They're going to be as woke as possible. Bring it on. Your show is canceled. At least make entertainment out of it. I mean, we know you guys are not capable of creating entertainment in a positive way, so at least make something entertainment for people like myself and others to make fun of. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Nick Shirley's back. The dynamics of this interaction, I think, are even more interesting than what we saw in Minnesota.
Yes.
Uh-oh. He runs into this guy. He's been in the industry since the late 80s, he claims.
And a lot of grandma.
Dr. Oz?
Yeah, for Dr. Oz.
Yeah?
Yeah, for our grandma.
This is a verbal chess game, and it does indicate a lot. I don't think this guy knows who Nick Shirley is.
Yeah?
It'd be pretty good.
Dr. Oz to take his grandma and go to the other buildings and find the hospice.
So he's fine with Nick looking into this at other buildings, just not this building, because it becomes clear that he has many businesses within this specific building.
Did you see any Garden of Angels on the doors?
No, but they received and billed $4.8 million.
Well, it's their problem.
But we do have yours, actually.
I don't think he's very threatened at this point. He doesn't know who Nick is. He doesn't know the amount of research Nick already has. The more that becomes clear, the more uncomfortable he's going to become, to the point where he tries to call 911.
My name's Nick Shirley. They actually made all this information in the data public for everyone to see what was going on in our country because so much corruption's happening. But it doesn't look like we could find any of your information on the CMS data set, but we do have you here. So is that concerning that your information wasn't reported to CMS? To the CMS data? CMS data as far as the billing and how much money they receive from Medicare and Medicaid?
This is the response you're going to see over and over again. Well, you just need to research more. But Nick has researched, which is a legitimate question. You cannot answer.
First, you have to research.
Oh, that's what we have right here.
No. It's a piece of paper.
Oh, well, we went through all the data sets.
If you want to learn, I'll teach you how to get after the crooked people.
Right there, he admits there are crooked people. He claims, if you want to learn about this industry, I will help you learn. Not expecting Nick to actually take him up on it and say, okay, teach me.
Okay, help us. We'd love for you to help us. So what's the need for a 1,000% increase in hospice here inside of LA?
Yeah. Suddenly, that's off the table. People no longer respond.
Why do you think that happened?
You're asking me?
Yeah, because you're in the industry, so
Yeah.
I figure might as well ask you.
You just said you would help him learn. That is a legitimate question. 1,000% increase? That's an insane number if it is true.
So what's the need for an increase?
Maybe there is a lot of old people already. I don't know.
1,000% more old people.
His response? Maybe there's a lot of old people.
First, you have to research. Like you said the name, and you have a number, right?
Yeah.
Then you come to my office. It's a brand new office.
Wait, is he gonna roach out on him?
And you don't come to building like this, like from like an FBI guy. Oh, we're gonna get the crooks.
Okay, well, can you tell us?
Wait, wait.
instance,
I don't know. Is this a good guy or a bad guy?
I don't think it's
Well, you should because they're.
I don't give a fuck.
You should because they're making you people like you who have a real business apparently getting a bad rap. You realize that, right? For instance, they received $1.3 million. They're a shell company. There's nothing in there. It's completely empty, and they received $1.3 million.
He openly admits right here there is a lot of fraud going on. Those are his exact words.
There is a lot of fraud going on, but it's not me. I don't even do that.
Yeah,
Nick spots a logical flaw here. Wait a minute, but this is your industry. That's going to affect you. You should care.
You should care.
What do you mean?
If you're in this industry, I'd be pissed if someone was stealing money, making me look bad if they were in my industry.
They
Right?
don't look me bad because I'm not bad.
They don't make me look bad because I'm not bad. All right, it's a little simplistic. The logical flaw is still on the table.
You have anything against my agency? Let's go.
Well, we were asking.
Put my hands and...
We were just asking you questions, sir.
You said you would teach him.
Like, how come Miracle Healing Hospice right there, they received $32,000 for the obituary, yet their billing's completely empty?
The silence.
Call the FBI.
That's all he can say. Call the FBI.
Department.
Yeah, because you know what the answer is. You know why.
You're doing all the right things for your health. You switched out your LEDs for incandescents, got a raw milk guy, and you eat organic. You avoid unnecessary chemicals and you make candles. So why are you still getting your nicotine to big stuff? Introducing Knick-Knack, the nicotine solution to complement your clean lifestyle. Most nicotine products are loaded with all kinds of ingredients and slop. Knick-Knack is the alternative. A family-owned company, Knick-Knack makes a superior nicotine option, manufactured in the USA with the highest quality standards. Knick-Knack is a fully dissolvable nicotine lozenge, made with just 6 premium ingredients clearly listed on the back. You know exactly what's in it. No pH adjusters, no pouch, no waste, no BS. Knick-Knack is made with real essential oil for real flavor and available in both 3 and 6 milligram strengths. This is nicotine perfected. Go to knickknack.com/Warren and use code Warren for 20% off, or use the store locator to find Knick-Knacks near you. That's knickknack.com/Warren and use code Warren. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Well, I'm very happy you're gonna catch the crook people. Honestly.
Great.
It doesn't look like bad. It doesn't make me bad. Because some people are doing bad stuff.
Yeah. As he says this, he looks over his shoulder and suddenly they all start to scatter in vehicles.
California.
I cannot answer that question because
Looks like they're all running out of here.
What kind of vehicles? Luxury vehicles. Maybachs that cost over $200,000. This is strange.
Millions of dollars. We come and knock on the doors in a band shell company.
I don't say it's right, but I don't care about those people.
His defense becomes, look, yes, there's fraud. I don't say it's right, but it's not me. That's the logic here. Yes, there's fraud, but I don't care. And then moments later, they arrive and find the actual door they're looking for. This guy claimed it wasn't there.
Cool.
Oh, wow, they found it. See us in room 235.
Now watch the dynamic change. Now he becomes very defensive.
Get out of my from here.
Well, yes, there's fraud, but it's their problem. I have nothing to do with it. then why does he suddenly get so defensive when they finally do find the door?
I thought you don't know who these people were, though.
I thought you were going to teach us about the flaws of the industry. Now we have to leave, I guess.
Oh.
Here we go.
I'm running. Look at him. What? I'm right here. I'm right here, sir.
Oh my
What's going on?
God.
Call 911.
This guy might be a legitimate businessman within a corrupt industry.
See any Garden of Angels in here?
Not yet. We're
Then get out of here.
That's what we're looking for, sir.
There's like 100 doors. This is just one door.
Okay, get out of here, sir.
Nick Shirley is not an expert, okay? These are the room temperature IQ in Celsius. IQ people that are so obvious that anybody can tell that they're doing it wrong. So think about the ones that are at least partially competent.
You probably encountered this in your life where you've seen industries that are technically you're not breaking the law. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense.
Why are you
You think I'm hiding?
What are you so scared of?
Yes.
You're shaking. Why are you shaking?
Because I have a diabetes.
So
I need your full name.
This is the demonstration of the city. Is to have more people embrace this technology and actually go out and try and look into things that concern them.
I don't go to internet. I'm too old.
Oh, okay.
What's your full name?
Sir, we're just asking you questions about.
What's your full names?
Oh, we're just
Count
talking.
They
Chocula.
go to the Garden of Angels in this building.
It's right here.
Check it out. Go look for it. So you see
That's what
the
we're
Garden
doing.
of Angels.
That's what we're doing.
Paid millions of dollars. I
Yeah.
can't find the place. You know?
Well, what can I say? I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Man, I haven't had a giggle quite like the Afro Man trial has delivered. I have been getting tickled all day watching this trial and catching up with what I had missed previously on Dragon Ball Z from yesterday in the trial. It's just concluded, spoiler alert, Afro Man completely won. And I mean, it was a complete victory here. He got him with the Mortal Kombat fatality in the courthouse here. The fucking police officers that were suing him are licking the toilet bowl clean after he shit all over them. I'll show you the clip of the ruling in a moment here. For those that don't know, Afro Man's house was raided a few years back under suspicion of kidnapping and narcotics. They found nothing. It was a complete sham. It was a load of barnacles. And Afro Man had security cameras set up on his property, so he caught all of this on film, and so he started to use some of that footage to make music, insulting them, ridiculing them, making fun of them, turning this misery into some boner jams for his art. And the officers that he has made songs about and made fun of got really upset. They got super sore about it, so they filed a defamation lawsuit against him. And the lawsuit
You chose
has made it all the way to
defiance,
court,
slipping
and now
into the
it's
waves
settled,
to
but
reach
we
the
got to
shore
witness
alone,
what is
avoiding
has to be one of
paradox.
the most entertaining court cases ever broadcast.
In my opinion, I fucked his wife doggy style. He said it like they were facts.
I don't know how the jury just didn't erupt into laughter numerous times throughout this case. There are so many moments just like that. So he has made a lot of songs and a lot of clips all about this raid and making fun of these officers. And I can't believe at no point throughout this process did the officers think this is a bad idea. More people are going to find out about this. And that's exactly what happened. Huge Streisand effect here. So many people are learning about Afro Man and the new songs he made about these officers through this defamation trial that's gone to court. So now the songs are blowing up all over again. So will you repair my doors? Over 9 million views. Lemon Pound Cake is probably gonna start charting on fucking Billboard at this point. This one's going nuclear right now. And it's in part a large thanks to these officers being such fucking bumbling, drooling imbeciles that they actually tried to sue Afro Man for defamation because he hurt their feelings through making fun of them in these songs. I gotta tell you, sports fans, if the officers were upset before, they're inconsolable now. Unless they have a humiliation fetish, they're probably not feeling too great about how this one's gone down, because everybody is making fun of them even more so now. And honestly, this whole case is fucking ridiculous. Anyone should look at this and obviously not be on the side of the officers here, because this is
There
so
you are.
absurd.
It took
Really,
you a while.
Afro Man said it best.
I even
while in
realized that
court.
I didn't get a chance to
They never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact. If they hadn't came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera.
I had my
and in
suspicions.
music career.
So go
All
on.
of this
What?
is their fault. All of this is their fault.
You
They have
found.
the
I'm truly sorry.
audacity to sue me. These people and you.
Well, it seems that the Red Priest, you were able to go deep into the weirdness. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that my job is to make sure, and this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry.
After they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to in my backyard.
Don't resist. You might just survive.
Because I don't go to their house.
Impressive. But it'll take more to defeat them.
Play the victim and shoot them.
Amen. Alright, I think that about sums it up. He has the freedom of speech to make fun of these officers. They are public officials. They went onto his property, breaking his shit, apparently even disconnected some of the security cameras, which I feel like that should be completely illegal to disable, lawfully put up security
I'm
cameras
sorry,
around one zone.
but that had to be done.
I think
You shouldn't leave any
seems
lasting
court agrees,
damage.
He was well within his rights to be making fun of these officers and using the footage of that raid in the subject of
I
his
had
songs,
to do it.
making fun of them.
I had to get rid
joking
of
around whatever he was
parrot
doing with
you've
that music,
seen.
using
This
them.
power can't be
There
un-
should have never been a defamation case that
I
went this
could,
far in the first place.
but I have
the
no
fact
issue.
that
This
it
means you're
did
safe.
was
You are much more
a
valuable.
fucking slam dunk for
You
comedy.
found yourself in the
So,
middle of a
let's
mess
dive into
that
some of the
every single
highlight
time
moments
things
here
go down the
from
shitter on this
the court
island.
case.
A bunch of cowards in Camelot
So,
bring our once
you're
and
claiming
future
that
king.
is
It's happened
defamation
before.
with your wife.
My journey, my...
You're solely
No, but thanks to you,
So you're
from where I
solely
stand.
being painted in a false light due to Mr. Walters.
What the Red
saying
Priests
he
did
had
to
sex
you
with
must
your
have been
wife.
horrible.
Mr. Walters
And
does
yet,
have sex with his
and
wife.
what can be
Mr. Foreman
contained can be killed.
Good catch up.
My goal
Yeah.
is to destroy. There are pieces of his
So,
soul
you're
scattered
claiming
across
that is-
Avalon.
The defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife.
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light.
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Fucking plot twist of the century. Game of Thrones writers could never. The subversion of my expectations during this segment cannot be overstated. My jaw was on the floor. So I was already kind of giggly, kind of kicking my feet in my little chair when he was like, listen here, bub. Mr. Walters does have sex with his wife. Mr. Foreman doesn't. Mr. Walters, me, does have sex with his wife. Raw, if you needed to know. What you think of that, tough guy? Yeah.
He's the
And
reason
then,
the world
when
as
he's
we
like,
know it
so,
is
yeah,
coming
sorry
to
about
an
that,
end.
misspoke. So
Every
the
time they
definition is,
resurrect
you know,
him, the weirdness
Mr.
grows
Foreman
stronger.
doesn't have sex with your wife.
I've been
and we
cleaning
all
this
know
mess
that's untrue.
for a long
And he's
time.
like, I don't know.
I stand against the most powerful. What would you do were you in my place?
Like the lawyer just
Kindly
went
ask your
radio
target
silent,
if it
I
wants to be
think
killed.
Actually blue screen.
Please.
when
And if you really
Randy
must know,
Walters, this
the
is
spell
Randy Walters, by the way,
I
I
knew
forgot to
that.
mention his name.
You were surprised.
Star
I
of
got the upper
Afro
hand.
Band hit song,
And now, yours.
Randy
Can we
Walters
leave this
is a son of a
behind?
bitch.
Or did I judge you
So, he's
incorrectly?
now on the
And you'd
stand,
like to
and
waste some more of our time
He
and
had
cry
a
about it.
crazy mic drop moment when
The plan
lawyer's
is to
like,
steal
and we all know the
Excalibur,
claim is untrue
or at
about him
least
having sex
what's
with your
hiding
wife,
within
and Randy's
that.
like,
A piece of
I don't
our
know.
king is bound to it.
So it seems like he actually thinks
We'll have to cross
Afro
that
Man
bridge
might
when we
have
come
fucked
to
his
it.
wife or something.
The
So
sword
now
is
he's on
kept in the
stand, and it
horns
only
of the
gets worse from here.
south.
It looks like he starts to get
It's a
angry at his
fortress.
wife
But if
about-
someone has this
about the
emblem,
claim.
they can enter here. Pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any. Brendan's his
Can we
name.
go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we
And
don't-
yet I still.
I just-
You'll have plenty of time to.
Middle school.
I know.
I would hope she would.
Definitely.
You know what?
And you should
Once
get some
somebody
rest
puts it out
first.
there, where they're
Set up a
finding
camp
him
and get
this
some
time,
sleep. Ah, and here.
It's a problem.
So
Have
it's
some
something you cannot
cobweb.
verify the truth of?
Throw that into the fire and you'll.
Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
He thought he was playing chess, but he was actually just playing with his own butthole. I don't know what strategy Randy Walters was cooking up there in the noodle, but this is stunning stuff right now. He was giving him like a layup. He's like, all right, so the claim is untrue, right? And he's like, I don't know. I would hope my wife isn't cheating on me. We've been together for fucking years, but now that he's made a song about having sex with my wife, well, maybe he is. And maybe she's cheating on me, and maybe I hate her for it. We'd have to ask Afro about that. Because now it's put out there and now it's giving me a lot to think about. Like, it looks like he starts to stew like steam there about it. I really don't know what happened there, but oh my goodness
Whatever
gracious,
he tried,
when I tell you I
it
was
must have
laughing,
failed.
I was belly laughing.
Something
when
must
this
have
guy
gone wrong
started saying
for
that.
him.
And you can hear the lawyer kind
For
of
us, it
switch
was a
on
stroke
to like
of luck.
okay, this is weird, but I'll play along mode. Where he's like, okay, so
I felt him
you're saying we
strike
can't verify
for a
whether or
moment,
not
then
this is like
you
a true
have
or false claim. It's not verifiable
hatred.
info.
But
Because
why?
If he's gonna
What
try
he
and say that this is
speaks as if he
defamatory and then
knows,
turn around
and
and say
yet-
that he doesn't know if it's true or not, how the fuck can you say
No,
it's defamatory?
he knew me.
Like it's an
Spoke with
outrageous
certainty. If he was a part of my past, I need.
I don't know what else to call it from Randy Walters here.
That isn't right.
It was
All I know is that I left my kingdom strong. It seems if Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, when we do, let's go then, young one. I left my kingdom strong, and if something threatens.
As you can probably gather from the song here, this is an officer involved in the raid. Her name is Lisa. According to Afroman, she even disconnected one of his surveillance cameras. I bet she's really regretting not bringing a fucking EMP device there to blow them all out, so that way, you know, the songs never got made. But here she is taking the stand in court, and boy howdy. So they're playing the Lick 'em Low Lisa song, which is one of Afroman's tracks dedicated to her. He made songs for like every single officer in the raid. So they're playing her song, her ballad, and she starts crying during it. And they play the whole song as she is like, you know, tearing up. I don't think they're legitimate tears. I think these are crocodile tears designed to try and garner sympathy from the jury, like, oh, look at the toll this has taken on her. So I think that's a little bit of acting there, and trust me, I know acting when I see it. I don't like to usually bring this up all that often, but I actually starred in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 as District 8 hospital helper. Not a big deal, I don't really think about it that much anymore. Point is, I know when someone is playing a character, and right now she's playing the sobbing, traumatized officer who is being unjustly made fun of in a song, a very silly track. Like, it's ridiculous. They play the whole song too. They sit her right there like it's a fucking Fine Bros React segment, and they make her listen and watch the entire thing. I don't understand why, to be honest with you. I feel like he probably could have just played like the first minute, maybe minute and a half, and I think the message gets across. It's a song making fun of her. Talking about like how Lisa eats a lot of pussy and, you know, not taking her job all that seriously. Like, I feel like you probably don't need to play out the whole song, but the fact that they did is comedic gold. So the cameraman even pulls off it there for a little bit just to show like the whole scene in the courtroom.
Ready?
And I'm very curious what the jury was doing. Like maybe they were stomping their feet and snapping their fingers to the track, because it kind of makes you want to groove a little bit. It's got just like a real like classic feel to it. And then it pans to Afroman.
The sea was restless, waves slamming against the hull as you left the island asylum behind. Caradoc's boat cut through the black waters, its course set for Avalon's
incredible
shores.
camera work right there. As you can still
Then the
hear
deep
Lisa sniffling and trying to get more tears
A
out.
shudder
It pans to
ran through the
Afroman
vessel
as the
from
song is
neither
still
wind
playing,
nor
by the way.
tide,
And he is just sitting there staring a hole through her. He is just unflinching, just staring at her.
And
I erupted into laughter
And then it
with
struck.
that camera pan.
The
to
boat
Afroman.
lurched violently,
And now, it
wood
doesn't stop there.
splintering
As
as the
she's still
sea
on the
itself
stand,
rose
they
in
didn't just play
fury.
the track or anything.
A shadow
They also
moved
just started
beneath the
playing some
surface,
clips that he made making
vast,
fun of her.
coiling,
Almost like a non
inescapable.
sequitur. They just kind of pull it out of
The
nowhere,
next
like,
wave
"Can you
swallowed
pull up another
everything.
song here real quick?" This the
Darkness
jury's gonna
took you.
love this one.
Salt filled your lungs, and then light. The crash of waves, the cold kiss of wet sand.
Which number is this?
You were alive. The sea had spared you, but not without a cost.
Lieutenant, look at Low Lisa. Stop looking at pussy back there. That's the problem. You always look at pussy and don't even know how many pussies you've lifted. You don't even know how many video cameras you have disconnected.
That was 21. Did you see that video when it was posted?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next one.
Yes, next one, please. They got a whole folder here to go through. They got her posted up there like it's a Comedy Central roast. They didn't even like go in there and really talk about it all that much. It's just, yeah. Did you see this one when it was posted? Yes, Your Honor. Did you make sure to leave it a like and a thumbs up? Did you leave a comment as well for engagement? Okay, just checking. I'm gonna be honest. Like I get why it's there, trying to show like, you know, he's insulting her a lot or like defaming her by making fun of her a lot. But like these are just short clips of him taking the piss. He has a right to do that. Like all you're doing now is just showing a bunch of insults directly to the person being insulted and maybe making some people on the jury laugh. Like truly incredible strategy, I've got to say. Again, like all of this hoopla with the defamation lawsuit from the officers have done nothing to further humiliate the officers and put a bigger spotlight on it.
So you've seen Exhibit B, correct? You would admit that's you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes. To be honest, this is probably the best promo any artist could ever hope for. They played like all of his greatest hits here from this whole saga directly to the people he was making fun of, and left in all of like the links and the promo and like the calls to action pushing to Astro Man's socials. Like, you could not pay for this kind of marketing. It's too effective. Like, oh my god. So they play the entire Lemon Pound Cake song to Officer Pound Cake, and then they're like, yeah, so that's you, right? That's why they call you Pound Cake, brother. And he's like, oh. Like, oh, this whole trial was, it was amazing. And thankfully, it has a happy ending as well. The cherry on top of the Lemon Pound Cake. Afro Man won. The First Amendment won.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant, no plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Klingler. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. Thank you to the court staff and the Sheriff's Department for security in the building. And we'll go ahead and stand in adjournment.
You love to see that right there. So they were looking for a lot of money from this case from what I can see online. Doesn't seem like they'll be getting a single penny. Nothing at all here except for further humiliation. What an incredible defamation case. Troop here really came after him, didn't work out. Those officers were really upset about the songs, and now they got a lot more to be upset about, I think. I had to talk about this. This shit had me laughing hard today. So, anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah. Justin Timberlake DWI body cam just dropped.
Of course I'm human, and holes in the walls. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be.
And that's because Justin Timberlake fought to keep this body cam from
I'm
being released.
really
He
not,
went
am I?
through the legal process
Most
of
people,
suppressing
and
it,
then there are
stating
those.
privacy concerns and reputational damage
I'm
from what I
glad
was
you
reading.
asked.
So
My
people then
name
started
is
to
Oaken
really
in
get
Cinnamon
curious, well,
Sage,
what happened
and
in
I'm a
this body
travelling
cam?
merchant.
Did he start dropping
Feel
slurs?
free to take
What,
a look
did he
at.
pull his whole fucking wiener out?
I'd
Like,
just be
how
grateful
crazy
if you
must
didn't
this
try to
body
sell
cam
me any
have gone
weapons.
to have Justin
It's
Timberlake
not
now
that I have
fighting
anything
tooth and
against
nail
things made of
to
iron.
bury it. And now, after some back and forth, they reached an agreement, and the body cam is out in the wild. So let's take a look at it.
So the reason for the stop is because you're keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is this your vehicle? Whose vehicle is it?
Yeah, it's just a rental.
It's a rental? Okay. Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box? How long are you renting it for?
Just for a couple days.
What are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on a world tour.
Oh yeah, you can just feel it. The writing's on the wall. Justin Timberlake is charging his alt right now. He's about to unleash his Bonkai.
Have a safe journey.
Dropping his name, thinking that it's, you know, the ultimate ace up his sleeve. He's explaining to the officer he's renting the vehicle because he's on the tour. The world tour, obviously. I mean, everyone knows the world tour is going on.
A what?
A world tour.
Doing what?
Hard to explain. The world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Do you have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
There it is. He alted. I'm Justin Timberlake. Now, it does seem like he didn't want to utilize his noble phantasm there, releasing his name like that. It feels like he was trying not to, but couldn't figure out any other way of explaining the world tour. So then he says, I'm Justin Timberlake. And I'm guessing he was expecting the officer to get down on his hands and knees and start kissing his feet. My apologies, Mr. Timberlake. I had no idea. I couldn't say. I can't wait for the world tour. Can I get some tickets? But that's not exactly how it unfolded. I also don't really understand why it was so hard for him to explain what the world tour that he referenced is. How difficult is it to say that he is a performer? He sings and dances, right? It couldn't have been that hard. It's not the most confusing thing to explain. He wasn't out there trying to solve a fucking Millennium Prize problem here in mathematics. Unless Justin Timberlake believes that he's much more than a singer and a dancer. He's I'm an artist. In fact, I don't even like that nomenclature. I'm something of a divine creator of entertainment. So I'm finding it a struggle to explain this world tour to you. So, Justin Timberlake, perhaps you've heard of me?
And then when we do this, just like you're doing right now, arms, feet together, arms by your side. You're doing it just now. I'm just going to explain it before we can take it, okay? Arms by your side, feet together, and then you're going to keep your head straight, and just keep your head straight, only follow your eyes, okay?
Okay.
You understand that? All right.
Yes, sir.
They got him going through the FSTs now, the field sobriety tests, and he is looking and sounding pretty sloshed. He's not exactly passing this pop quiz with flying colors.
Put your left foot on this imaginary line. This one. Yep. And then put your right foot in front of your left. And stand just like this. Left foot on line, right foot right in front of your left. And stand like this. Now explain everything and then we'll go ahead and do it, okay? So left foot on the line. Left foot on the line. And then you're going to put your right foot in front of your left straight, just like that. Okay? You're going to heel to toe. Heel to toe. Put your left foot on the line. Yep.
The heel-to-toe straight line test was catastrophic, which actually surprised me. I thought given Justin Timberlake's dancing background and his history of dancing, he'd be able to just ace that, even while completely blackout drunk. Like, I half expected him to go above and beyond, like, oh, just a straight line, that's it? No, this ain't amateur hour. How about this one, officer? I'll do you one better. You ever seen some of this? Ever seen some of this? Could a drunk man do this? Huh? What about this? Huh? Yeah!
You're going to have your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. Here. Okay, so we're gonna put our left foot on the line first. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. And you can stay just like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So this is gonna be a series of 9 heel to toe steps. I will demonstrate this like you're doing right now. While you're doing this, you're gonna look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Seems like he could smell it wasn't going overly well, so he's like, listen, guys, we're blowing this way out of proportion. I'm just drunk driving following my friends home. Like, this must be some kind of big misunderstanding. Like, come on, man. This is Justin fucking Timberlake. This guy has millions of dollars and has had millions of dollars for decades. You're telling me he didn't call an Uber or have one of his, like, posse driving home? This guy travels with, like, an entourage, I imagine. Nobody could drive him home. He is very clearly impaired here. Like, this is absurd.
Right foot in front of your left. You gotta stay like that, and then
just like this.
It's gonna look like that. We'll start, okay? We'll start.
He's gonna tell you when you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. He just wants you to be in position. He's gonna basically tell you when to go. Okay.
So now you get in position, and you may begin.
And then just walk. I'm sorry. I'm
Here. Ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Left. Right foot in front.
And you may begin.
Look what you've done, you fool. It's always the same with you. Beat them up first, ask questions later, damn it. And now we have no goal,
Again,
no
not a
nothing,
slam
just a
dunk
pile of old
performance
stones
there.
and a dead body.
To be honest, I
No,
am
come off
surprised
it.
he didn't
Let's just
go
take what he
harder on
had
the
and let's
Justin
get out of
Timberlake
here.
angle. Like,
What he
I'm
didn't
surprised
have
try and
shut,
just sit
a
them
piece of
down
iron
for
and a
an
slip of
acapella
paper.
Of,
You can't even
NSYNC's
wipe your
greatest
arse
hits or
with
something.
it.
Like, guys,
And you
we
said
can
you were
solve
supposed to be
this
some great
power
lord.
of friendship, love, and in sync. In fact, here I got a crowd favorite for you. Dirty Pop. Bob. Start breaking that one out. That one was always one of my favorite NSYNC tracks. The pop one.
Hi, are you with Justin? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna do a test on him, okay? Need help? I'm scared. Okay. We're just doing a couple of tests on him, and you can hang it over here just so you don't interfere with them, okay?
Player 2 plugs in the controller here, coming from out of nowhere, just in the pitch darkness out there. She just rolls up and then says, help us. Like, actually, like some shit out of weapons or something there. It was very peculiar. And the officer's like, what, you need help? She's like, no, it's just a joke. I'm just yanking your chain. I'm just jerking your gherkin. What's going on over here? You got my friend Justin.
Okay. Yeah, we just have to do a couple tests on him, make sure he's okay to drive. So.
If not, we can have someone drive him.
Right, gotcha.
So she appears to be a member of his team, and then says that if he's not okay to drive, they can have someone drive him. Well, why the fuck didn't you just do that in the first place? Does Justin insist that he drive himself? I do my own stunts, guys. I'm fine. Yeah, I can't really see straight, but I'm good to drive. You gotta trust me here, damn it. I love bringing sexy back. I know what's best for us.
By the way, these are like VR tests.
Well, he was already operating the vehicle, so we need to make sure that he is okay if he wasn't operating the vehicle under any kind of impairment. That's all. And he's all good?
Can I charge my phone? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can go in the vehicle. That's perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Ma'am, do you have another way to get home?
Can I try?
Have you been drinking?
No.
Have you been drinking
I
tonight?
had like one glass of wine.
Okay, no problem. How are you related? Friends?
Friends, obviously.
Okay, if he's okay with you driving the car, you think you're fine to me?
They got JT in the handcuffs now after the series of field sobriety tests here. And then the lady who showed up, she's now like, questioning what's going on. The officer's explaining to her, and then she's asking to drive the vehicle home. The officer asks if she has another way of getting home. And I have to imagine the answer to that question is yes, because how did she arrive here in the first place? Like, did a fucking spaceship drop her off? I'm really curious because she, I believe, does end up taking his car there. So I guess maybe she had someone from the team drop her off here. Like, maybe they have a GPS tracker on JT, so when they noticed that he was stopped for a while, they sent her in as the cavalry to check on her. Like, I'm actually kind of confused on exactly where she came from. So I looked it up, and she was in the vehicle that Justin was apparently following. So I'm guessing, so she is a designer, and she was with her husband, and Justin was apparently following their car, so I'm guessing they noticed that his car was no longer behind them, so then they kind of threw that shit in reverse and went to locate him, and then she tried to help here, though unsuccessfully.
But
I don't look fine to you.
Fine to you.
Oh, I was like, wait,
No,
what?
you look under the front of the car.
What do I look like?
You look under the front of the car.
Do
It's
I
fine.
not look good?
So he's coming with us. Okay.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, why?
He's being arrested for intoxicated.
Stop it.
DWI. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Yes. He's coming back with us. Speeches and slurred.
You're,
so
you're
if you're
arresting Justin Timberlake right now?
Yeah. we are.
Stop it.
Yes.
Why?
He was driving drunk.
He wasn't.
Her strategy is quite the desperate attempt here. She's like, no, you can't be. You're arresting Justin Timberlake. No, stop it. No, he wasn't driving drunk. No, what? Nuh-uh. You guys are wrong. This can't be. This is Justin Timberlake. So, even though he didn't really play the Justin Timberlake card a ton during their interaction, she is using it willy-nilly. And again, it's not working.
He failed every single one of our tests.
What do you mean?
So at this point, so listen, this is a private matter with us and him.